23-year hiatus, Mazda is returning to the classic layout for mass models, and at the same time rises to the premium segment, where it will compete primarily with Lexus cars. This transformation began 5 years ago and took a significant part of the company's resources, which is why it even had to extend the production cycle of existing Mazda 6 and CX-5 models, subjecting them to repeated upgrades. The last mass-produced models with a longitudinal engine arrangement and main rear-wheel drive were the Mazda 929 sedan and the first-generation Mazda MPV minivan, which left the scene in 1999. Since then, Mazda has kept rear-wheel drive only for sports cars. But now a new Skyactiv scalable architecture platform with the classic layout is ready, which will become the basis for a whole family of large cars, large product group. And the first production model on this car was the Mazda CX-60 crossover. In terms of design, the Mazda CX-60 did not surprise and became only a development of the existing stylistics of the company. Of course, adjusted for proportions, the front axle pushed to the bumper and the long hood added prestige to the crossover. The wheels can have a diameter of 18 to 20 inches. The trunk volume is an impressive 570 liters, and with the rear row folded, 1726 liters. The chassis architecture is traditional, a two-lever suspension in front, a multi-link in the rear. The suspension can only be spring-loaded. Mazda CX-60 normally has an electronic KPC, kinematic posture control, system, which recently debuted on the Mazda MX-5 Roadster. It allows you to reduce the rolls and turns by slowing down the inner rear wheel. In fact, this is a software add-on of the standard stabilization system. The electronics calculates the difference in the rotation speed of the left and right wheels and, taking into account the speed of the car, selects the degree of braking of the desired wheel. The CX-60 crossover became the first rechargeable hybrid in the history of Mazda. The title was the version with the e-Skyactiv power plant, which includes the already familiar 4-cylinder Skyactiv G atmospheric tank with a volume of 2.5 liters, and the new 8-speed automatic has a built-in electric motor with a capacity of 136 forces. The peak output of the system is 327 forces and 500 torque. It is also the most powerful road Mazda in history. The iActive AWD transmission is not with a clutch at all, but with a permanent all-wheel drive. The hybrid is equipped with a traction battery with a capacity of 17.8 kWh, which is located under the floor of the cabin. A full charge should be enough for 63 km of mileage in electric mode, which allows you to drive at a speed of up to 100 km per hour. With full impact, such a crossover can accelerate to hundreds in 5.8 seconds. In addition to purely electric, there are 4 more driving modes: normal, sport, off-road and tow. Later, Mazda CX-60 will acquire other power units. These are inline 6-cylinder engines, the development of which is almost complete. The 3-liter e-Skyactiv X gasoline engine and a 3.3-liter Skyactiv D turbodiesel will have a 48-volt starter generator M hybrid boost and will be aggregated with the same 8-speed automatic. In addition to all-wheel drive, it will be possible to choose rear-wheel drive. In the interior design, the Mazda CX-60 also continues the existing style. The front panel, the devices, completely virtual, and the central tunnel look familiar. Except that the transmission selector is now unfixed. The widescreen screen of the media system is 12.3 inches diagonal. But a very high quality of finishing materials is promised, even in the basic Prime line configuration. And in the top version with the typically Japanese name Ikumi, this word is called Top Class Professionals, for interior decoration, Nappa leather, wooden veneer, made of maple, and unusual stitching made in the Japanese Kaikenui technique are used. The back of the rear sofa is divided into 3 parts. Among the options there is adaptive cruise control, with a road sign recognition system, ventilation of the front seats, heated seats in the second row, all-round cameras, panoramic roof and much more. And then there is the Mazda driver personalization system. Electronics can recognize drivers stored in memory by face, adjusting all settings for them, including climate control and audio system. The Mazda CX-60 will be on sale in the summer, and prices have already been announced. In Germany, the hybrid will cost from €47,000, and it is €10,000 cheaper than comparable hybrid crossovers of the big German 3. The 6-cylinder versions will arrive later. Next up is a larger Mazda CX-80 crossover with 3 rows of seats. And similar Mazda CX-70 and CX-90 models are being prepared for America, which will be wider and more massive than analogs for Europe and Japan.